Hi, just a quick one here. Real quick, I've got some customers coming, so I don't have a bunch of time. Do want to cover this though. If you get an old wing that's kind of rough and wavy, and you just can't seem to get the finish that you want out of it, I've been known to take one of these vibrating sanders. I know, don't freak out. The old timers probably doing rollovers.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
In their grave, man. But I tell you why I like it for a couple of reasons. But I'm very careful with it. It's best having an adjustable one, and my adjustable one is not adjusting. So I've got this Makita, and unfortunately it runs 100% on or not at all. You don't want to run anything. I really wouldn't suggest running anything on a vibrating sander, never a circular sander, because of the bulk of the grain. You don't really want to run much over, I would say lower than 100, 120. I'm running 150 today. Also, just so you, because it can be kind of hard to tell, how deep you're cutting sometimes. You always want to keep it moving, but what you want to do is you want to take a pencil and just make, you can take a straight edge, lay it on there if you want, but just make some, every once in a while, man, 2 or 3 long runs there, right? And you know that as you're sanding, if those marks disappear, you're starting to get, into the material pretty good. Ooh, that's loud. So, I don't know, man. There may be some old boys that use this technique out there all the time. I wouldn't do this on a new plane. I don't know. I guess it's kind of blasphemy, I guess, to take an electric tool to an airplane build, or electric sander. At any rate. But I did. I had some little ripples and stuff that I just wasn't able to. It would have took me a month of Sundays because I kept chasing them. And this just happened so fast. This thing is smooth as glass now. I got maybe a couple of got a slight elevation change right here, but I'm not going to pull the wood down. It's not enough. I don't believe it's enough really to notice. But I don't hear anything buzzing, so, but I still have the 1/2 of this to glue. I've only glued one side as far from the inside, recovering all those joints. But I tell you what, this is a good, sturdy, clean wing, and it's going to be a great wing for many years to come. once we're done with it. Anyway, I'm going to get back to my sanding. I just wanted to cover that real quick. Remember, never use, big grit. Nothing. You wouldn't run your fingernails across. You want, smooth. 120, 150. Always keep it moving. Put you some light pencil marks there to make sure that you're not going too deep, and you should be okay. I'm getting excited now. I always do when I get closer and closer to covering. So that is about as finished as it can get right there. It just looks beautiful. Let me see if I can get in here close and get this thing to focus. Focus. So we put quite a bit of that balsa right on there, but what the deal is that you want to sand it pretty much all back off. You're just wanting to fill in little holes like that one right there. And so that was really my fault, because my back up there was a little low. You always want to build it to where it sticks up a little bit, because you can sand it down a lot easier than you can build it up. But that right there, you can't feel it at all. It's just as smooth as a baby's rear, all the way across. So the other side, now there again, we're rescuing an old plane, so you're going to be dealing with things that you wouldn't normally deal with. Because of some of the warpage I've got on this other side, when I was running sandpaper, or my sander down here, I could feel bumps like this here in between the ribs. I had another idea come up while I was doing this as well. And I think I'm going to try at least one of these bays in here. So I used to do this with the rims on my 5th scale RC cars. I would buy that expandable foam. And they've got it in different densities. The one you want, I think, what I'm thinking, the one that we want to use is the one that's the one that we use for filling in around like air conditioners, gaps, whatever. Not the real dense stuff, but the stuff that's a little bit lighter. Older sheeting, and I'm trying to use as much of the original as I can, as long as the material's good. But I do have a couple of spots that might be a little thinner than others, or a little softer than others, and I can't tell you how many times I've picked up a plane like this here, and I've gotten in between the ribs and I squeeze a little bit too much, and you hear that, right? So since it's not completely enclosed, I should be able to take that foam and squirt some down in here and then let it grow to where it'll just barely fill in between the ribs, just on the leading edge here. And that way, when you grab and squeeze, it'll have something to push back. Now, I'm pretty excited about working with a flat black. One thing I will mention, every one of these colors applies differently. The metallics, the whites, red, yellows, all those, they work real good. These here, not so much. The brighter neon colors, for some reason, they don't work as well. I'm going to try to go over a lot of the covering stuff as we come up to it. There's a lot of stuff to know about this stuff here, man. This stuff actually has a grain. The reason, because of the way it's cut, we use it right most of the time, but when you go to cover this wing, you want the material to run this way. You don't want it to run this way. It has a grain in it, and you can call me crazy all you want. Look it up. But let me go to the store, go spend some more money on this project, and I'll be back soon. Can I get y'all anything while I'm out? Man, this thing is looking good. Golly, this thing's looking good. This is the part that gets me excited. This, my friend, is just about ready for the final wipe down. Maybe with like a little acetone, and then let it dry, and then come back and wipe it down with a tack cloth, and rock and roll, baby, rock and roll. Now, there's one thing here that's got me a little concerned about this wing that I'm going to address. Hello, wing. Bro, yeah, you can see it right there. So, you see right there at the tip, you see that knot? Okay, so I noticed this yesterday, and I was going to put a mark on it so I'd remember it, but I forgot. Let me see here, try to get that right there. So that guy right there, there is a knot in this piece of wood, and this is one of the hard spars. So there's one that runs up here and one that runs down here, and then these two. And then besides these four, you have your leading edge, and that's really everything that you have that holds this wing together when it gets a lot of pressure out there on that wing. Hard turns and yada yada. So, and I see already like a little hairline crack right there, and that's no good. So, excuse me, I'm going to come back with something here and piggyback this, and probably on the top and on the side, just so to give that little area some added strength. And this is going to work out swimmingly. You can see right there. Okay. So, this drives me up a wall to have to mix. Mount this small. Hardener. Softener. Actually, I need a little bit more hardener. There we go. Sometimes I'll even weigh that stuff, just, you know, if it's something that's of real importance. Okay, now this stuff here, I need to buy another jar of it. I use the hell out of this. This is pro-milled fiberglass. All this stuff is just, look at that, man. I don't know. Bokeh, there we go. You see that? It's just fiberglass that is real super fine, but what it does, it acts like rebar, and if you mix it in your glues, I've never put it in my wood glue before. I think old Greg Barr was telling me to try that, which I will sometime. I've always put it in my epoxies. I've never even used it in CA. I'm not a big micro balloon guy either, probably just because I don't know how to work with it the proper way. That's fine. That's fine. And I got a lot to do, so it'll work out just fine.
I do have something for you.
What is that, my friend?
Your newspaper.
And what color is it?
White.
And?
That's it.
White and that's it? Or white and Brad Pitt? Hey, what's
It's like about like President Trump and stuff.
what is about President Trump and stuff?
Yeah, see?
Like HR Puff and stuff? President Trump and stuff?
Yeah, do you see him?
I do see him.
It was on the paper.
So do you know where those go, right?
No.
Right over there with the other papers. See over there in that corner? Hold on, bud. Let me get this stuck, and then I will be more than glad to give you a helping hand. Because this, my little brother, is 5-minute epoxy. And you know what 5-minute epoxy is?
No.
It's epoxy that gives you 5 minutes to work with it. And then it hardens and tells you, hey, buddy, look.
Oh, I found them.
And see what you can do when you try. You found what? You found the newspaper's cousins and brothers?
Yeah, I found our newspaper.
So, hey, what's HEB stand for?
Hardy Butt.
You got it, buddy.
I nailed that one.
You nailed that one, huh? Hey, hey,
What?
how come you're so lucky?
I know. Oh my God, you're on camera.
No, my hands are. How come you're so lucky? I thought you knew. Love you.
Bye.
Get out of here, kid. That is Adrian, my grandson. He is one of the best grandkids in the world. I have more, so I can't be playing favorites. So now, the thing is, this is just a hard place to